Okay?
Okay.
And I guess many years ago when Caroline Foster lived here, these other fields had different crops. Or maybe that's where the cows go out to graze.
Oh, I see. Oh, I thought that was an animal down there. It looks like a sort of machine.
I want to talk. Hi, Josh. Come over here. Now, see the dirt surrounding what looks like an island?
Yeah.
In that island, all of those are crops. Okay? And there's there's two tools out in the dirt that they use for digging up the soil to make it easier to take the mud shovel. And then eventually to have to when they replant the seeds for next year. This right here, there's some vegetables right here on this.
It goes underground. Look, two.
Yep, one of those is a beet. The red one is a beet. They're like that purplish one.
So that's what being a salad? I never ate a beet before. Move back. But I want to try one. Look, there's more. I want to try one.
It's good to try new
Okay, so we're going to go up and look at some flowers in the garden in the house up there.
Okay, follow Miss Parrish's group. They needed water. They had to push that handle up and down to pull the water up. And then they'd fill up buckets and watering cans. Lots of flowers blooming. Also, there may be some of these flowers are herb plants. Okay? And in colonial times, and when Miss Cara Foster was a young girl, they couldn't go to the supermarket and buy flavoring for their food. So they had herb gardens, and they would grow.
Cow milk.
Let's beat each other to finish it.
It'll be good. What? We could go in.
No, it isn't open.
It's not open.
That's probably where the gardener kept their tools. We're not all going to fit in there and be able to see everything, so we're going to wait until they come out and then we'll go in. And what's the rule? Right now, today, you stay behind me or beside me.
That's bug spray.
Yeah. Guys, can you we're having a group chat here. Just stay with Miss Howard, please.
I need some bug spray. Come and attack me.
Yes, I do. I have it. Here, don't take yours out. I'll spray you. Here. You need it. Line up behind Tajir. I can only do one person at a time.
Is that bug spray?
Yeah. Take care. Move on.
You already have bug spray. No, I don't. I have sunscreen. Well, you should have brought bug spray.
Ow! Okay, move over here.
Can't be that. This is good. My mom told me to squirt it on my hair and do it on my hair. Squirt it on my hair and do it on my hair. Wow. Oh, yeah, could I get one?
Here, let me do under your neck. That'll keep the bugs away from your face.
Oh, me too.
Next.
You want to do my neck?
I did you.
Oh, you did my neck?
I did the back. What? You don't need it in every single spot like you do with suntan lotion. This is a little bit on you. So you guys smell it.
It's going to crash here. Invisible spot. Okay, now we should go in there.
Okay.
Go.
Finally, people take it slow.
Okay, who's got my cameras? It's time to switch. Abdur.
This is a place where people could hang out, I think. I don't really know.
Get out of my house now.
No, this ain't your house.
Shut.
I know, right?
Not everybody. Count off.
Count off.
1, 2,
3, 4,
5,
6,
7, 8, 9,
10, 11.
Very good job. And you weren't even in line. You guys
Now we are going to the willows. Oh, bugs. Mwah. We are going to the Willows. Right now we are at Kara Foster's farm. Ooh, bugs.
Oh! Thought it was a snake? Where's the snake?
Dang, I just saw something go in the grass.
That's what I thought.
It was that long and small.
Ain't no snake touching me.
There's a pine
It was like
cone.
a stick.
Look at this huge tree.
You know, people say honey at home.
And there are lots of wild things here. Colors of willows. There is the Willow's house.
Who's scared with me? Who's scared of a garden snake?
Nobody.
Garden snake in my yard.
I have a pet garden snake.
I had a pet garden snake once, and she had 13 babies. Yeah, I have more. I got her head.
Wow.
I got her head. Pets, and her eyeballs are gooey. Yeah, want it? She's an animal. I'm good. I think I just got a great name. How about we put in Halloween music? Okay. Now that's my house.
That's not your house, Justin. That's the Willow's house, Justin. Justin, I closed up on your hair.
Which one?
The Willow.
Nah. Oh, that would be creepy.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, they keep on following us. Oh. Dang, there's a lot.
Anything in there? No.
Okay, can we be? They keep on following us. Oh, spider web. It's the other way. Oh, I see inside.
That looks like a kitchen. A kitchen?
Oh God.
What?
There's a shed. What? I can see the kitchen. Oh, sorry.
Look in the window so you can see. This looks like a kitchen.
It's a kitchen. It is a kitchen. We could go. This was one of Kara Foster's front porches, I think. Wow. Ah, unstable.
Retreat! What's it touching?
Oh, this is like a library.
Living room. Yeah.
She has her own library or something.
Oh, she got her own library?
That is not a library. Oh, she has a balcony.
Where?
Up there.
Oh, a balcony where you go play.
No.
Yeah. You play on a balcony, don't you?
No.
You chillax.
No, you get to relax
Some
on
people-
the balcony.
Oh.
My thing.
A bug! A bug!
Thank you.
Going.
Cricket.
It's a cricket.
Ow! Cricket?
Where?
On a chair. It's locked.
These are clothes.
Let me in.
What is that?
What? Probably is laundry.
On the doctor's stairs.
Follow.
I found a crow feather. I found a big house. She has a big house. See that one? Where?
Yeah, one of the doors can open.
And I have a crow feather now. Where's my owl feather?
They had a wow. Look at this fancy room.
And even that is old. Some houses can be really fancy.
Let me in. Somebody.
The door will open.
Yeah. I know, but the one on the inside doesn't. It's like that other one on the other side.
So people can't trespass.
Well, usually these places are open. Go to that one. Try that one.
Oh.
If we got to go near, I mean, no. I'll be like, yeah, they're going to be my house. Okay, come on, let's go. With me?
Miss Riley, somebody's in that house. He knocked on the door. Somebody said, "Who's it?"
Well, they're probably working in there. It's not open.
That one.
The widow's house is really big and really nice. We just went down the hill.
Everybody stand here and where's my photographer? Everybody stand here and take a picture of us with the house. Photographers, go back.
This is my house.
Wait till everybody's in the picture. Photographers. Photographers. Brianna, go back there and take a picture of us.
I can't. This is a videotape.
Look, you still take a video then. We'll wave. You got us, Micah?
Yep.
Wave to Brianna.
Hello, people.
Hello. Look at me. I'm standing on one leg and I'm holding on something.
All right, let's go. Okay, let's go join the car.
Let's go down and do the butter and all that.
Look at the sheep.
One of them's the rail. Oh, they dig the hole.
Where?
They probably dig the hole.
Oh, they dig the hole.
Oh, look at all these sheep. It's wiggling. Don't stop. Shh.
Hey, photographers, come back here. Campers, turn around. Campers, get in front of the pen and get down low so we can see the sheep behind you. Abdor.
Be quiet. You're scaring them. You're scaring them.
Abdor, go back to the fence. Guys, listen to me. I'm talking. Get in front of the fence, everybody, where Mariah is. And turn around and look this way. And the photographers are going to take a picture of you with the sheep behind you if he doesn't run away. He's on this side now.
Let's go over there.
And get down low. Get down low. No, don't sit on the fence, Mariah.
I'm not.
Now look at the photographers.
Stop back.
Wave to Brianna.
Scaring it.
Hey, people.
That sheep attacked me.
Hey, sheepy.
Micah, got it?
What?
Stop looking at him.
Okay, let's move.
Miss Verity. I said hi, sheepy, and it was like, bye.
Bye, sheep. Bye, sheep.
It said bye. It said bye.
He said bye when we said bye, sheep. He was like, bad. Look out for a gardener snake or else they'll bite you.
I was like, hey, people. And it was like, hi, sheepy. And it was like, bye.
You don't want no gardener snake to eat you, right?
No. There's something on my
You don't
shoe.
step on them.
Campers.
There's
Campers.
rocks on the ground.
One of the things they asked us to do was not to yell and scream. You guys are being pretty loud. So we all need to be more careful. Okay?
I think the animal was being scared.
Battery's low. We're going every place. Calm down.
You see a battery. It's coming over! Miss Rarity, they're coming over! Oh, look at the baby phones. They're so cute. Look at the sheepy, they're following us.
No, I picked it up now. No, because I was about to get it. You smashed it already.
Hey, sheepy.
No, I gave it to someone else.
They're eating. Hey, sheepy.
Wait, they're coming back. Have you seen any?
Okay, let's go look at their house.
Hey, sheep. Have you ever? Did y'all see a pheasant? Bye, sheep. Bye, camel. Bye, camel. That's a little thing. Bye, camel.
Listen, girls and boys, what did I just say to you? Look at me.
Don't
Because
scream.
I'm talking and you're still talking. What did I just say to you about our voices?
Don't scream because it's going to scare the animals.
Brianna heard me. Please. Let's keep our voices quieter.
Miss Verity, there's something in my shoe.
Well, you'll get it out when we can sit down. It won't hurt you.
You see it. Bye, sheepies. You got that feather all messed up.
Feather ain't messed up.
I was talking to him.
I mean, a gardener's snake.
Sun is blazing.
The corn snake is a lot bigger.
My seat is all the way over there. Why?
Yeah, they can watch.
I mean, hold
Yo, you guys are gonna have to do it too. I know that. Really? Can I see? Please. Let me see. You should be taking a picture of them doing that. Look. You can get a better shot. See? Right. You're not the recorder. I know, but she let me do it. She let me do it because she couldn't see.
Who, Brianna?
Yeah, she let me do it because she couldn't see.
Huh?
Did you go last time?
Yours.
So we're going to do the feathers now.
That's why I'm working.
Okay, so Rutgers, this is what you're going to do. This is what kind of cow? Is it a real cow? They have a pretend cow, and the name is Woody because it's a wooden cow. We can't milk the real cows, so we have to do it with this one. This is where the milk would be. We're actually using water, it's not real milk, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to come up, and these are called...
Don't be the target.
These are called teats. And so what you're going to do is you're going to grab the bottom and squeeze 3 times. You see the water comes out? That's like how they actually would milk a real cow. Okay? Everyone know what to do? Okay.
Just stay right in the line that you're in right now. So you're not going to come up 2 at a time to get outside. Okay? Here, I'll hold the camera, Brianna. Okay, you go on this side. Justin, go on. Tashir, go on this side.
Okay, go ahead. 3 pinches.
Okay, and when you've done it, come over here and we'll get somebody else done. Go ahead, Brianna, your turn. Mariah, go. Brianna, over here. Tashir, over here. Come stand over here now. Okay, Denisha, go ahead. Come here, Justin. Go ahead, go sit and try. You got it, Mariah? Okay, go ahead, your turn, Haja.
What? Dan felt so bad. What? Dan felt so bad.
Good. Next, go ahead, Abdur.
Yo, it feels like I was.
No, honey, these are very, very dirty and have a lot of germs on them. Do not put them on your face or anybody else's. And don't touch your face now that you've been holding it. Bird's feathers have many germs. Go ahead, Jade. Go ahead, Linus. Is that your hat, honey? Abdur, is that your hat? Put it on your head and put your backpack on your back. Linus, get your hat. Okay, who has not had a turn with the camera today? Who has not had a turn with the camera? Okay, so you got to put that stuff away. You can't hold the camera and all that stuff.
Make a line behind me. Because we're about finished with
Listen to our guide. Here.
Well, they can stay. Okay. It's okay.
How many? Where's the person who got 2?
Hey y'all, and what up? I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, okay. Let's see if this young lady is better shot than I am.
Justin,
Okay, there you go.
Come on, Jade. Good try, Jade. Good try, Jade.
Now, would you be the one to pick them up, and then we can hand them to the next person? I did it this time. Okay. Let's see if you're. Do one first. Almost.
Come on, Denisha.
I think I'm going to move the bucket a little bit farther forward.
Okay, give them to,
Thank you. Thank you.
thank you.
Let's see if that helps a little bit. We want somebody to get it in the
Come on,
bucket.
Tashir. Ah,
You wanted to go in, but not quite.
he did. He did.
Oops, got you. Oops.
Okay, Brianna, good try.
It's flying in the air.
It's flying in the air.
Oh,
go
she
in.
hit the bucket. Oh, yay, Haja.
Okay. All right. Let's see what this young man can do.
Oh,
Oh,
good try, Abdul. All right, Justin.
Oh, another inch.
didn't throw it far enough.
Hey,
Very
Justin.
good. Not as easy as it looks. Good try.
Good try, Ronald. Okay, last.
Person.
Okay, I'll take the camera so you guys go get in line. Go ahead, go get in line.
Good.
Good job. You got 2 in, Micah?
Just one.
Oh, just one? Good job.
Let's see if anybody can get 2.
Let's see.
Nobody's gotten 2 yet, right?
Oh.
Good job. I like the way you're cheering them on, boys and girls.
Very good.
Did you have this one before? Or this one? All right. Good try, Linus. Yay, Linus.
have my water?
How many did you get 1 in?
Here, Linus.
Can I have my water?
Nobody got 2, but we got a couple ones. Can I try?
Thank you.
Wait, can she
May I try?
Sure. What does it say? You didn't have a turn yet? No, that stays in there, so we still have a dart. Thank you for asking. All right. Miss Barry can do.
Yay! I think she's going to beat the world record.
Very good.
All right, with Miss Valley, did you see our feathers?
2 of his sons had already died when they were 3 and 5 years old from diphtheria. The shots you get, the babies get, their vaccinations, they didn't have those. So he came out with his wife, who was also sick. She had tuberculosis already. And his daughter Caroline, who was 4 years old when she moved here. They lived in a big fancy house up on the top of the hill, the gray one. And she died in that house in 1979 when she was 102 years old.
How did she die?
Old age, I guess. She wasn't sick and she had help. She was a pretty rich lady. But at 102 years old, she died and she left all of the property, more than 200 acres, more than what you're seeing here, to the Morris County Park Commission. So back in 1915, there's no electricity here at all, I told you. So everything there was candles, there were lanterns. When you were in the farmhouse, or if you get in there, you'll see a big old wrought iron stove that's wood burning, and that would be hot all the time. So if you were in the house, it would be even hotter than out here because they had to keep the fire going in the stove. No running water at all. All of the water came out of wells. That's a pretend one. That's not a real well. A real well goes deep into the ground and you pump the water up out of it. But we just want to give you a chance to see how the pumping was done. You had to pump water for your own use, to get a drink of water, to get cooking water, to wash your hands, to take a bath. to do the laundry. For me, it's laundry day every day of the week. It's Monday. Monday's always done, laundry was done. Because you would have a bath on Saturday night. That was the only bath you probably had all week. The water had to be pumped. It was cold, carried by buckets into the stove, heated up on the stove, and put it in a tub that was probably a little bigger than these, probably twice the size. And if you were the good kid that week, you had your school lessons done, didn't cause any trouble, helped on the farm doing the chores, you could have the first bath in the nice, clean, warm water. And then the next kid that was doing pretty good got the second bath in the same water. And then all the brothers and sisters, there were 4 girls here, they used that same water for their baths on Saturday night. Sunday mornings was sort of a day of rest. You got to go to church, you had some company here, so you had kind of fancy clothes that you used. Monday morning you started off to school, off to your chores, you put on clothes, you used those clothes all week long. Unless there was something really gross, then you could change it. But that's why today's Monday again, and we gotta do the laundry. The way it was done, water was pumped out of the well. I'd maybe bring out some of my dress, the girls' dresses. This was my washing machine. I'd have a little bit of soap, and I would scrub. I'd wring it out, one hand front, the other hand back, get as much suds out of it, go over to the clear water, rinse it, same way, wring it out, and then put it on our clothes dryer. It's not electric, all we got is sun and wind to dry them. So, gonna have you guys help me out here. We're doing the farmer's jeans. He's been in the fields, he's been in the pig pens, so he's got all kinds of manure and poop all thrown all over his jeans. They need washing. Maybe you got one of my petticoats.
Those clothes.
These are washed because we had a big group already.
Those clothes.
Maybe you got your pillowcase or sheets. We're pretending. You don't want it to close. Maybe you got a baby's diaper. Baby's diapers were cloth. They weren't disposable.
I have a baby diaper.
Yep. Everybody got one? We got some more.
Everybody got.
But if you come on up, you can wash, scrub them on the boards.
You got a photograph. I can't do it.
Oh.
Give it to me. I'll do it.
Scrub them.
I want to do it.
Well, you have to do it then. You can't put that in the water.
Take that poop, gather it up, mix it in the fields, and that's how his plants would grow. You get a lot of vegetables and a lot of grains, so you can chew through the winter.
Just this water making me thirsty.
Okay, remember to wring out all the sudsy water, one hand front, the other hand back, and come rinse. Oops, sorry.
I didn't say no.
Thank you, Linus, for taking pictures. Good job, Denisha. Boys always need to learn how to do laundry too.
Over here. Take your clothespin out of there. Put it over the line.
I have to clean it. It's cold. I'll just play second grade clip.
The ones, those are newer ones. Nope, gonna do it down there. Look, push the line out on the pulley. Come on, give us more room. Push it out. Push it out.
Even in the very cold weather or the very hot weather, they have to go outside. Are you supposed to hear him? Now, I have 2 questions for you. Well, first of all, I'll answer your question. You had a question? I'm going to talk about that. We'll come back to it, okay? So dinner time, nobody would hear her, so they used the dinner bell. My second question, somebody else has to answer this one, is what do you think this thing is? A fridge. It's a refrigerator, except we should call it an icebox. Because back then there was no electricity. In the wintertime, they would cut big blocks of ice in the pond. They'd put it in the box. Well, first they put it into the ice house. They pack the blocks of ice with straw and bring them in here and put them in the bottom of the ice box as they needed them. And then in this side, they put the perishables, things like milk and eggs that go bad very fast, butter, cheese, in here and keep it warm. My guess is by about this time in the summer, though, there probably was very little ice left. So I don't know how they kept things cold at that time. Except there was a stream that ran under the little building out here, the creamery. That's how they kept the milk cool. Now, to answer the question we have to look at it again.
Is lunch. Yeah, we're almost there. Almost done.
Good.
Lunch. Yeah.
Nice box.
While you're in the farmhouse, everybody listening up, please don't touch anything. Everything here is very old. Okay? We're going to be making butter, and we'll be doing it with the churns that are on the table, but don't touch anything. Okay, please? Okay, can we have the door closed?
Yeah, they're coming in.
This is a pantry where they stored pots and pans and kettles, and if you look up there, you'll see that they have canning jars filled with fruits and things for the winter. Okay, fruits
It's over here. Come inside. You can take the, no, over here.
Okay, and everybody's nice and quiet. I'll tell you about the stove. The stove was not electric. Everybody looking this way? The stove used either wood or coal. Those are pieces of coal. They would put the coal or the wood in the bottom, light it, get the stove very hot, and then Mrs. Wood would bake in here. This looks like just like a little oven, like you have at home. And she would make bread and muffins and cakes and anything that you needed to put in the oven. She probably cooked the meat in here too. There's a thermometer on it, just like your mother has an oven thermometer. And up here, there's the stove top where she would put the kettles, the frying pans, the big pots to cook. She also heated up water for the bath, and she heated up water to boil the laundry. The last step before the laundry was put out to dry was actually it was brought into the house, put into great big pots to boil and to get sanitized, to get all the germs out. Okay, so that was the stove. If you look around the kitchen, you'll see some things that are very familiar. They had a baby, so they had a high chair. They had a sink, they had a drain board. They had pots and pans and coffee pots and graters and dishes and spices. But what I'm going to talk about now and what we're going to do is to learn how butter is made from cream. So here's what we need. We need the groups divided into two. Are there two now?
Yes, Mom first stay right over here.
Okay, and could you stand in a line?
Yes.
Over there? And the other group, who's the other group? The other brothers. Brothers? Okay, you should go over there in a line. Starting here. You can stand here, and then one at a time in line. Okay? Are you in this one? Now just step back. Everybody, please step back a little. Everybody, take a step back. All right, we'll let them go behind. Okay, you should come here. Okay. Okay, come on in. Okay, we're going to need a counselor to hold on to over here. One of the teachers, please. Somebody to hold on over here. Okay. All right, and in a few minutes, we're going to have everybody churn butter. But first, I want to tell you how butter was made. Okay. They would bring in the big milk pans full of milk, and they would pour them into here a bit at a time. And they would actually let the milk sit at room temperature until it got a little sour. Have you ever smelled sour milk? When milk's just turning sour, that's when it actually makes very good butter. So they would let it come to room temperature for a number of hours, and the cream in the milk would rise to the top because the cream is lighter than the milk. Then they would skim off the cream, and that's where we get the expression skim milk. The milk that was left in the bottom was very thin milk, like what we call fat-free or skim milk. The cream was poured into these jugs, and then in order to make butter, you have to churn the cream for about 30 or 40 minutes, which is like more than one TV show. So when you come to the farm, it's fun. You get to see the animals, you get to make butter, you get to milk our wooden cow Woody. But the children who lived here worked very hard. Life was not easy. They sometimes had to get up at 4 or 5 a.m. to milk the cows. They had to help their mother cook in here. They had to do loads and loads and stacks of dishes. They had to help cleaning. They had to take care of the animals and watch the animals. And even making butter wasn't fun for them like it is for you. So here's how it would work. After the butter was in here and churned, the fat particles would come together and lump together, and you'd start to get butter. Then you'd open this up and you'd pour the butter into here, and the little ball of butter, you'd keep working with the paddles to pour into a bowl. They didn't have sticks of butter like we have. The butter would be made into balls. And 1 quart of cream, a quart is, you know the big gallons of milk is called a quart. And 1 quart of cream makes 4 sticks of butter. And they would make 40 or 50 pounds of butter most days except for Sundays. So after the butter was formed into a bowl, they'd keep rinsing it off, they'd put salt on it, and then they would stamp it. And this is a little picture of a cow. This was the Foster family stamp. And you would stamp your butter because they bring the butter down to the farmer's market in Morristown and other towns, and they would sell the butter. And people would say, oh, I like that really yellow butter with the cow on it last week. I'm going to get that butter again. So this was how they could identify which farm the butter came from. All right, so everybody's going to have a turn, and we're going to have your teacher and I will hold the top. You're going to turn it towards you and count slowly to 5, and then the person in back of you will get to go next, okay? And then we're going to go into the parlor when we're done. So when we're done, you can actually go in there and just sit down. Don't sit on the furniture, please, but just sit on the rug, and I'll tell you a little about the parlor next, okay? All right, so my first 4, 5. Good job. Okay, next. Towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Okay. We're churning butter. Toward you, this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Next. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You can go next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to squish together on the floor there because I don't think there's enough room. So it's going to be barely enough. 3, 4, 5. Thank you. 3, 4, 5. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Good job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you can't go any faster than that. Because, not too fast because this can break. These are really old. 3, 4, 5. Good job. Next. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you two guys can come over here. Other way. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Come on.
Now, that's a big cow. Keep moving over. Keep moving over. Move over. Wait,
Oh, wow, the barely fit. Okay, let me tell you a little bit about the room. This room is called the parlor, but it's really a living room. They called it the parlor, and guess what? They did not have much time to spend in here because working on a farm required a lot of work. So almost the only day they were ever in here was Sunday. They were a very religious family. That's why there's a picture of an angel up there. And they would go to church down in Morristown at St. Peter's on Sunday and then come back here. And even when they came back, they'd sometimes read the Bible. That's in back of your teacher there with the straw hat on. The other things I wanted to point out in this room, Mrs. Woods made all the clothes for the family. And she used that sewing machine over there, a Singer sewing machine, a very old-fashioned one. No electricity. It had a foot pedal called a treadle, and she would pump it up and down with her feet to make the wheel go so that she could use the sewing machine. When I'm all done, I'll answer questions, okay? These are pictures of Mr. and Mrs. Woods. That's Edward Woods and his wife, Agnes. They were the ones who lived here 1918 to 1927. There's 3 of their daughters up in the picture here with clothes that their mother made for them. They're on a sled, and there's snow, and they're actually right on the property here because in the back you can see the big picture of the house called the Willows. I have a question for you, but I'll answer your questions first. Some people had questions, so we'll answer a couple of questions. Yes? You had a question? Yes?
Did they go sleighing on Sunday?
Yeah, I think they did. They probably did because they didn't have much other free time to relax. So they probably went sledding on Sundays and other times when they could, when there was enough snow. Also, I don't know if you've been to the carriage barn, but up above, as you enter the carriage barn, there's a big sleigh. So they had, a one-horse open sleigh, like from Jingle Bells, that they would go around the property on when it was snowy. Other questions? Yes?
That man sick upstairs?
Oh, no. There's a modern farmer who lives upstairs. This man was here way over, he would be like 150 years old if he were alive now. He died a long, long time ago. Yes?
Who is that family right
Oh,
now?
that's the family when it was grown up, actually. So as you go out of the room, if you want to look at that, you can. All right, but here's my question for you. I said that they didn't have much free time, but there were things that the children did inside the house to amuse themselves, to have a good time. There was no TV, no computers, no video games, no movies. So my question is, besides reading, what else could they have done to have a good time inside the house, to relax and not just sleep, but to actually play inside the house? What could they have done? What do you think? Yes?
They could have danced and sang.
Good for you. I don't know if they danced, but they definitely sang because there's an old-fashioned piano in the other room, and the Woods girls all took piano lessons and learned how to play the piano. So they probably at least played the piano and sang, maybe danced. That's a good answer. What else?
Maybe they played with dolls and made their own dolls.
Yeah, they probably could have bought dolls back then. And I'm betting their mother probably made them a few doll clothes when she had time. So they played with dolls because they were girls. What else?
I got a question.
Oh, okay, we'll come back to your question, but let's answer what else they did to have a good time. Yes?
Play checkers?
Yes, they played games, and in fact, when you go up and see where the corn husks are, they'd actually cut checkers out of corn husks and play with them on a board. So they played board games. There used to be a set of Lincoln Logs here. They played Lincoln Logs, too. Some of you know Lincoln Logs. Do you know them? Yes? Yeah, they talked and sang and probably played guessing games or maybe hand clap games, things like that. They probably jumped rope. That they would have done outside. Okay, somebody had a question. Who had the question? Do you remember it? I hope you didn't forget it. Yes?
Two ladies danced.
Yeah, to entertain people. They would have danced. Alrighty, let's go into the dining room and I'll tell you a little bit about the food and what they ate. Okay, and again, please try not to touch anything, though we'll just stand around in there for just a minute, okay? And just let me get out. Come on. Okay, everybody listen up because I'm almost done. I've been here a long time today because you guys couldn't help it and you were late. Mrs. Woods did a lot of cooking because she cooked for her family of 6 and she cooked for the people who worked on the farm. And there were always at least 6 men, very hungry men, sometimes as many as 12 or 14 men. And the people ate in shifts. First, the farm hands ate because they were the hungriest. They were out working on the farm. And then when they were done, her family would eat. And then lastly, her husband would eat. There's the piano that I told you about. It doesn't open, but that's where the girls learned to play piano. Over here is an old-fashioned desk that Mr. Woods would sit at, and he would write up all information about the animals for the owner of the farm, Mr. Foster. And Mr. Foster was lucky that Mr. Woods... All right, so we're in the dining room, and the question is, what did they eat? Some of the things they ate are like things that we eat. Some things are a bit different. So they did have chickens here, so in the morning they would have had eggs, but they often ate something called biscuits and gravy. And we eat biscuits, but we don't usually eat them for breakfast, but they ate them for breakfast. Then at lunchtime, the girls would be at school. They actually walked from here to Morristown to school most days. And they either got their food at school, or perhaps sometimes they might have had a kind of sandwich kind of thing called a pesty to bring with them. And definitely the farm hands would have taken pesties up to eat up in the fields. Pesties looked like apple turnovers, but they weren't filled with apples or cherries or blueberries. They were filled with meat and vegetables and potatoes. And they were a kind of sandwich because back then they didn't have Ziploc bags or anything like that. So they would put the pesties in their pockets. Maybe they'd roll them in newspaper or something if they had it. Otherwise, they'd just go in their pockets. They'd bring some kind of a drink, and they'd eat the pesties up in the fields. And then at night, they had pretty big, heavy meals. They ate a lot of roast beef, a lot of chicken, they'd have potatoes, and they'd have lots of nice fresh vegetables and salads that came from all the gardens here on the farm. So they ate a lot of the things that they raised on the farm. They also probably ate a lot of pork because they raised pigs here, and I imagine they ate pork as well. All right, so there's a little room that was a mud room. It was also used for drying clothing in the bad weather. It was used for drying out beans and seeds. Some of the seeds for planting, some seeds like pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds for eating. And that's about it for the farmhouse. So I'll answer a few questions, and then you can continue on with your tour. Or I don't know whether they're going for
Next
lunch.
stop is lunch.
Yes. That sounds like a good idea. Yes? Questions?
Is there something they use to kill the pigs to have pork?
They wouldn't have slaughtered their own pigs. They would have brought the pigs down to some place where there was a butcher who would take care of the meat for them. You know, a lot of times when children come here, they ask, what are the names of the pigs? What are the names of the chickens? And the answer is they weren't named because, and even what's the name of the cats? They weren't named because they weren't pets. They were farm animals. They were either raised to be used for something, like the chickens to lay eggs, or the pigs to make meat, or the cows. They didn't have names. They were actually just farm animals. Yes?
Kind of like helpers?
Yeah, the animals helped, you know, they were necessary help on the farm. Yeah, they were used for food or whatever. Okay, any other questions anybody has about the farmhouse? All right, well, you have a good lunch. Try to stay cool, and thanks for coming on a hot day.
Boys and girls say thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. It was nice to talk to you all. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Fun to see a farm, isn't it?
Yeah.
It would be much more fun in October.
It's cooler.
Let's keep, guys, we can't go until you guys go. You're stopping in the door. Just look at, keep walking. Keep walking down. I can't get out until you guys move.
Keep walking down.
And wait right over here. Wait right there, guys. But don't, there's plenty of room down there.
Brianna. What are you doing? I'm doing it.
Come on down.
Brianna up here. This is supposed to be
I'm right here.
Come on, Claire State. Where are you? We're all kind of go together anyway. We're going to.
Brianna, here's Brianna. I'll take